Good afternoon. Welcome to South Summit High School. Joe Santos joining me today. This is Cody Bowen. We're bringing you an afternoon version of boys basketball here at South Summit, where Duchesne Eagles are here to play our South Summit Wildcats, coming off a big win earlier in the week on Tuesday against the Providence Hall Patriots. Took them to 3-7 on the year, starting to settle into more of a 2A schedule, and ought to be a good game today, as Duchesne, always a perennial 1A great team, and they're in town today to play a nice preseason warm-up game to get ready for the region schedule coming up in a couple of weeks. Duchesne is 4-5 on the year, coming off wins with Roland Hall, Wayne, Pinnacle, and Mazer Prep, and lost games to Green River, Union, North Summit, Panguitch, and Valley. So 4-5 ought to be a fun game. We're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll take a short break and be back with you to bring you South Summit basketball today, Duchesne and South Summit. All right, we're back after a nice Star-Spangled Banner. Starting lineups are coming here for the two teams. Starting for Duchesne is number 3, Daniel Hanberg. Number 15, Blake Jones. Number 24, Dylan Despain. Number 32, Wyatt Raymond. And number 1, Carson Reinhard.
Wasn't Dylan Despain the 2A MVP, 1A MVP for football, wasn't he?
I think so. There have always been a lot of good Despains, and seems to be one for the last 15, 20 years. Starting for South Summit, Matt Brady, Mason Gines, Bracken Santos, Zach Atkinson, and Jason Griffin. Team's starting to get a little bit healthy. We're getting Ty Jones hopefully close to getting back here in the next few days, we hope. And Nick Beasley's come down with a little bit of a knee procedure he's going to have that's going to keep him out for a few days. But slowly and surely we'll get this team back full together and giving some good guys some good playing time throughout the preseason. And this ought to be a good warm-up game as well. As we mentioned, Duchesne, one of the biggest 1A schools in the state, and has always been a good matchup for South Summit, just a few miles apart over top of the mountain, and I'm sure Wolf Creek wasn't open, but they'll make the way around, and here they are today. This is actually our, what do they call the game where you have to?
Inaugural?
No, the endowment, thank you. The endowment game, so that's why we're playing it at 4 as Duchesne tries an alley-oop to start the ball game. It's unsuccessful, and back comes South Summit. Santos comes down with the loose ball. Mason Gines now will set up for the Wildcats. Hands off to Bracken Santos. Duchesne in tight man-to-man defense, looking for Santos down low. Gets a screen to Zach Atkinson. Nothing there. Around the perimeter. South Summit awful patient on this first possession. 7:29, 30 seconds off here in the ball game. Brady over to Griffin. Try to look at a 3. Again, real patient here. They go down low to Brady. Ball's knocked away by number 24 for Duchesne. Despain. Inbounding will be Mason Gines. 3 across the front, 1 in the back is Zach Atkinson. Couple of screens down low. They go to a wide open Santos for the first shot of the game. It's no good. Griffin fights for the board, unable to come down with it, and Duchesne is quickly back on the break. Number 1 for Duchesne, Carson Reinhardt. Looks like he'll be doing the point for Duchesne. And Despain over to the tallest player on the team, number 15 for Duchesne, Blake Jones. They continue working the ball as usual. A tight man-to-man for South Summit as well. First shot of the game for Duchesne's no good. 3-pointer. Nice rebound up underneath. Left hand's blocked away by Griffin. Here comes Gines on the rebound and the fast break for South Summit. Decides to pull it out. South Summit will start again on their offensive set. Griffin goes top to Gines. Pulls it back out. Looks like each team trying to be pretty deliberate on each possession.
They got a good look last time, just knocked the ball away.
Absolutely, yep. Santos had a good look. See if they can get another good one here. Trying to find Brady down low. They try to go to him. Has it on the right block. He has nothing. A little cutter to Santos. Inside ball stolen away. And quickly Reinhardt is going to have an layup underneath. It's blocked. And there'll be a foul by Mason Gines down low. First foul of the game. Mason Gines' first personal, first team foul on the Wildcats. That'll send number 1, Carson Reinhardt, to the free throw line to shoot 2. Number 3, Daniel Handberg, the good hands to get the steal on the Duchesne defensive side. Reinhardt misses the first free throw. 6:09 left first quarter, still no score. And we'll see if Reinhardt can break the no score here. Second shot is up and good. 1-0 lead for Duchesne. And Gines now will bring it up for South Summit. 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. South Summit only getting one good shot off in about 3 possessions as Griffin right on the three-point line. Looking for help. Decides to dribble. Gets inside the lane. Up off the glass. Beautiful shot by Griff. And he gets the first bucket as he drove the lane. A little hip-hop to get inside and quickly back. Number 15 for Duchesne. Misses the basket on the runner, and quickly South Summit back. Ball knocked away, and Griffin again on the left-hand side. No good. Brady fighting hard for the offensive board. Gets it again up off the glass. Beautiful job, Matt Brady. Working hard. 2 offensive rebounds. Finally gets a putback. It's a 4-1 lead for South Summit. It's good to see Brady, one of the biggest kids here on the South Summit team, fighting hard, getting up high to get the rebound. He's continually working his way to more minutes here on this defensive side and on the floor altogether for South Summit. Off the glass, no good by Despain, and quickly South Summit again goes down to Atkinson. Atkinson up underneath, and Zach Atkinson with a nice bucket. Little 6-0 run. There's a timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare in Park City. We'll take our first timeout. South Summit leading 6-1. Billy Hoops, coach of the Duchesne Eagles, not liking how things had gone those last couple of possessions. South Summit jumps out to a 6-1 lead, and now South Summit out of the break comes into a 1-2-2, three-quarter press. Little zone trap as they try to get Despain in some trouble. And now they'll go right to number 32, slicing into the lane. He goes up, no good. Nice move. Oh, they're going to call a travel on him. I thought he got bumped. Number 32 for Duchesne, Wyatt Raymond. And Ramond, I think is probably how they pronounce it. Ramond no good on the turnover. This time stolen. Giants a little careless with the ball. Left-handed layup, good for Duchesne. They get their first bucket of the game. And that is number 3, Daniel Handberg. Duchesne and a little pressure of their own. Zach Atkinson down low to Griff. Griff goes up, fouled. Nice pass from Atkinson, breaking the trap. Well for South Summit, and Griffin will go to the free throw line.
That's one way to get a team out of a trap fast is get a couple layups.
Tell you, that's the number one way to beat a zone trap. Pass through it. 5 guys can't cover 90 feet of court real well if you'll play it right. And that time South Summit played it perfectly. Pass, layup, foul. Griffin gets the free throw, his 3rd point of the game. It's a 7-3 lead for South Summit. Jason, typically a great free throw shooter, coming off a 20-point game Tuesday against Providence Hall. 8-3 lead now for South Summit. This time they back up into their man-to-man. Handberg now works against Atkinson, gets into the lane, ball blocked. Oh, looked like a great block there by Griffin. Griffin just got his hand up on top of the ball. Looks like they're going to try to get him with a blocking foul.
That looked like a lot of ball.
I'm sure we had the best angle in the gym, but it looked good from here, didn't it?
It did. It always looked better from here. Depends on what side you're on, though.
We're green. We wear some green-colored glasses. Handberg's first shot is good. It's an 8-4 lead. Handberg now has gotten the last 3 points in a row for Duchesne. Checking into the ball game for Duchesne is number 10, Lane Coyle. Lane Coyle's typically been a wrestler. I know, a pretty darn good one.
Oh, really?
Must be a multi-talented guy, so check him in. Matt Brady will inbound, 8-5 lead for South Summit. Again, trap here by South Summit. Griffin up top to Gines. Ball's knocked away by Coyle. It'll stay with South Summit. Mason Gines again will inbound for South Summit. Kind of the trigger man here on these out-of-bounds plays. He'll slap the ball, go to Griff. Open 3 from the baselines. Up and good. Griff starting out hot. 6 points of the 11 thus far.
He likes that corner.
He does. Nice high, soft shot. Finds its way in. 11-5 lead. As now number 20 for Duchesne has also checked into the ball game. 20 is Cade Jones. Jones over to Handberg. And an offensive foul on number 20, who's just barely checked in, as we mentioned. Cade Jones, or did they call it on Raymond?
I didn't see who it was on. 32.
Foul's on number 32 for Duchesne. That is Wyatt Remund. How we were pronouncing that one, Jeremy? R-E-M-U-N-D. 32. He and I have been trying to decide how to pronounce some of these names. Raymond. All right, we'll go with that. Ball again knocked away by Handberg. Quick hands and twice. Finally, Duchesne comes down with it. And that is Despain to Jones and up top to Reinhardt. Lots of high screens going for Duchesne. Handberg guarded closely by Atkinson. Duchesne awful patient again on this. Handberg trying to get some possession, gets a high screen. Pops up, now goes to Reinhardt. Cutter inside to Jones. Jones up off the glass. Nice move. Good possession there by Duchesne. Very patient. Got the cut they wanted. Nice pass softly up the glass. 11-7 lead for South Summit. Gines now over to Griffin. Santos cutting. Had a chance. Thought he had him on the hip. Didn't get the pass. Brady over to Santos. Goes baseline. Kicks back to Griffin. Griffin in. Up off the glass. Griffin. The man is hot. 8 points now in the quarter for Jason Griffin.
He shows patience on those shots.
Oh, he's soft too. He's got great touch around the basket and can shoot it well from outside and is pretty crafty getting into the lane. As Jones goes baseline, ball's blocked by Mason Gines and loses it out of bounds. Tough break there from South Summit. Good defense as Jones was able to get into the lane, into the bucket, but Gines knocked it away, unable to handle it on the break. It'll be Duchesne basketball. 2:19 left, first quarter. South Summit got down 1-0 now, went on a 6-0 run, lead now by 13-7. Reinhardt and Despain playing catch out on the top. South Summit.
A little 2-3 zone.
Yes, switched into a little zone here. And Reinhardt with the deep three. Rattles around, no good. And out with it comes Atkinson. Passes off to Gines. Gines looking. Can't find anybody. Goes to Santos. Gets the screen from Brady. Goes up top to Atkinson. 1:51 left. Down low to Santos. Good position. Goes to Brady. Cross court over to Zach Atkinson. Wide open three. Rimming around, no good. Handberg down with the rebound. That's typically a shot Zach gets close to hitting. Was real close on that one as it just rims out. And South Summit continues to go in this 2-3. Look, we haven't seen much as Coach Hatt's trying to mix it up a little bit, work on some things before the region schedule, as I'm sure most teams are thinking they're going to go with that, see that nasty man-to-man.
Yeah.
And now they can get
Mix
a
it
little
up
different
a little
look.
bit.
Absolutely. As you can see, it is slowing down Duchesne quite a bit. As South Summit, generally man per man, has a little bit of height on Duchesne, not much. But Brady in the inside with Griffin and Gines on the wings. Jones tries baseline, nothing there. South Summit making Duchesne work well. They finally get a high post look to Despain. It's no good. Fight for the board, and Duchesne knocks it out of bounds. That's a shot that Duchesne probably wants to get. They got Despain with a little 10-12 footer inside the free throw line. Santos is going to check out for the last 53 seconds, get a little breather. Tanner Anderson checks in for him. Griffin, Gines, Atkinson, Brady, and Anderson for the Wildcats.
Full court pressure now.
Full court pressure again. Pass, pass, pass. See if they get it, dear. Gines goes middle to Anderson. Had Atkinson, missed him. Griffin, three-pointer, up, no good. Fight for it. Wow. High went Mason Gines. Almost tapped it in. Kept the ball alive. Brady open look, and no good. Tanner Anderson with another look. Bounce pass into Brady. Good position. Into Griff. Nice ball movement by South Summit. Little 8-footer on the baseline. Good. Beautiful ball movement by South Summit. Tanner Anderson on the assist from Mason Gines. And it's a 15-7 lead for South Summit. Handberg quickly into the lane. Goes up off the glass. Gets the bucket. Handberg keeping Duchesne in the ball game. Has got 6 of the 9 points for Duchesne. 9 seconds. Gines goes middle. Tanner Anderson now has got numbers. Wide open three on the baseline. Griff with another three. And Griff doubles up Duchesne. It's an 18-9 lead at the end of one. South Summit starting to extend, leading by 9. After one, South Summit leading 18-9, large in part to the hot shooting. Jason Griffin, 11 points on the quarter, finished the quarter with a deep three in the right corner. And this time they'll set up Griff again with the three, no good. And it's going to bounce over the top of the backboard. Trying to ride the heat storm there of Jason Griffin.
Heat check.
Misses this one. And Reinhardt now will bring it back for Duchesne. Reinhardt over to Handberg, trying to find Jones down low. Not there, they go up top to Despain. Reinhardt, baseline. 2 Joneses, a Blake and a Casey in the game. This time it's stolen away. South Summit on the break. Mason Gines pulls it out, goes to Tanner Anderson, open three, and it's good. Tanner Anderson coming in, hitting the first shot of the second quarter, has 5 on the game. Good shooting there by the lefty junior. And it's a 21-9 lead for South Summit. And this is looking similar to the game on Tuesday. Getting out to an early lead, starting to extend. Reinhardt misses it. One quick rebound and the kick out from Gines to Griffin. And South Summit forcing another Duchesne timeout. 6:56 left in this quarter, and South Summit out to a 23-9 lead. South Summit timeouts brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare in Park City. Coach Hoops from Duchesne not liking what he's seeing, giving his kids a little bit of a light-up session in that break. And South Summit now will try to keep this momentum going. We'll see if the timeout helped the Eagles. Over to Jones inside, unable to handle it, and goes back out to Reinhardt, moving it around on this 2-3. Inside, nice pass over to Despain, misses the easy one, and Griffin gets the board, goes to Atkinson. Shut down there by Jones. And now it'll be South Summit trying to get themselves bigger lead, leading by 14, 23-9. Now Duchesne settled into a 2-3. See if they can't prevent some of this penetration by South Summit. It was beaten off the dribble and shooting outside. Anderson over to Zach Atkinson. And back to Griff. Trying to find their way against this zone. Gines done a great job passing the ball today. Done a lot of the ball handling. Matt Brady gets into the lane, kicks out to Griff, over to Atkinson. South Summit burning about 40 seconds on this possession, which up 14 is okay. Gines into the lane to an open Zach Atkinson for three, and it's good. Zach Atkinson with his first three-pointer of the day, 5 points, 26-9 lead. Everything working well for South Summit. Inside to Despain. Despain up off the glass. Couldn't get it over Brady. And Mason Gines on the break. Beautiful dish to Griff. And things are just rolling for South Summit here. Mason Gines, 4 or 5 assists on the game already. Griffin, the recipient again. And Griffin now has 15 on the night. 28-9 lead. South Summit smoking right here. I think he just took a 30 timeout, 30-second. That's the third timeout.
Our guys are sitting down, so our side looks like a full. Their side looks like a 30.
Well, we'll see which one it is. 4 o'clock start. People are finally starting to
roll in,
find their way in here, but it's pretty quiet in here. We'll see what Duchesne's going to try to do. As South Summit is keeping Duchesne to basically one shot, and often a difficult shot.
Right.
And Mason Gines has quickly been bringing the ball up the center, finding empty guys either out on the, or loose guys out on the three-point line or on the break. Atkinson and Anderson both with three-pointers here in this second quarter. Griffin with a couple easy ones off the break. Griffin with 15. Zach Atkinson with 5. Tanner with 5. And Matt Brady with 2. Only 4 guys scoring for South Summit, but Griffin now outscoring alone Duchesne 15-9.
Yeah, when you have one guy score 15, you can get to 28 pretty fast.
That's a lot of – we've only played, 11 minutes. Griffin's averaging over a point a minute.
Let's keep that up, huh?
He'd be up to around 40 if he keeps it up.
That'd be all right.
That'd be all right. I haven't seen a 40-point game in this gym in quite a while.
I don't know if I ever remember one.
All right, we'll go now to Reinhardt. We'll inbound for Duchesne. Now South Summit trapping a little bit on the wing. Go down to Handberg. Handberg into the lane. Nice move. Unable to get the putback, but number 15 for Duchesne. That is Blake Jones with the putback. A much-needed bucket for Duchesne. Now they come out into a 1-3-1 press. They go to Atkinson. Trying to find some help here, and stolen away by Reinhardt. He goes up top to Handberg. Handberg into the lane, up off the glass. Beautiful shot by Handberg. Hanging in the air, maneuvering around South Summit defenders. Gets the bucket and the foul. I don't know how he got that thing in there.
Well, I think it went off the right about
top
6
of the
inches from the top of the backboard, yeah.
Dropped straight in. Great shot. Back-to-back buckets now for Duchesne. That pressure led to an easy one. Handberg with the nice shot. He's leading Duchesne with now 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 points for the Eagles. Santos goes middle to Tanner Anderson. Griffin goes baseline up top to Gines. And over to Santos. Santos to a little runner to Tanner Anderson off the glass. No good. Fight for the board. It's going to stay here with South Summit. As the official.
Been a little aggressive on the board. Yeah,
I'm not sure he saw that one.
A lot of hands.
A lot of hands going around. South Summit will stack it right on the line side of the box. Gines inbounding. Poor pass to Despain. Despain's all alone. Santos hustling in, and Despain with a beautiful shot. Santos tried knifing underneath him. Says he got a little bit of the hand. Took Despain off balance, which is what I thought probably what that official saw, is it just took Despain off balance a little bit, but I think more of his cut than it was any contact. So now Duchesne has gone on a little bit of a 7-point run here. Was 28-9s, now 28-16. Lane Coyle checking in for Duchesne. Despain with his first bucket.
That was a crazy shot. It rolled up over the
Two
rim.
in a row. Despain shot's no good. And Matt Brady with a nice big rebound, and Gines back for South Summit. Gines loses the ball. Going to lead to a Duchesne break. Jones down the center of the court, goes up underneath, no good, and Brady comes down at the board. And Jones has probably got to dish that one off. Biggest kid on the court for Duchesne. Probably needed to hand that one off and
then get it back.
Yep, then get it back. Would have been much better as he took it all the way. Kind of a crazy shot. Full timeout for South Summit now as each team's forced timeouts of the other. Duchesne on a 7-0 run, trailing 28-16. Matt Brady will inbound for South Summit. 4:19 left in this second quarter. Duchesne finding a way to scratch their way back into this ball game. Trailed by 19. Now they're down only 12. 7-0 run. Anderson now breaking the pressure with Santos and Gines. This zone defense has been a nice adjustment for the Eagles. Made South Summit adjust what they've been doing. And now Griffin goes over to Santos. Has got a lane inside. Goes over to Mason Gines. Open three. Just rims out. No good. And Jones with a nice big rebound for Duchesne. Kicks off to Reinhard.
Good look.
That was a good look. Just rimmed out. South Summit really could have extended. They've had 2 or 3 three-pointers that have just barely come out of the basket. And Duchesne now trying to get something going. Get it down to 10 here with a made bucket. Inside, over to Jones. He's going to take the little 10-footer, and it's good. And Duchesne now putting together a nice run. 15, Blake Jones with the bucket. 9-0 run, cuts it down to 10, and Griffin with the deep three, no good. Fight for the board, and coming down with it is Casey Jones, and quickly Duchesne's on the break. Reinhard into the middle, loses it, stolen by Griffin. Santos hustling to get in the lane. There's a blocking foul, probably a good foul. It would have led to a Santos layup as it was going to be a 2-on-1. But Despain fouls Griffin. Not many fouls thus far. Only the 4th team foul on Duchesne. 4 on South Summit. 2:52 left in this second quarter. South Summit's 19-point lead is down to a 10-point lead as they've gone on a 9-0 run.
Yeah, we haven't scored for a while.
Large in part from South Summit turnovers. And Gines will go to Anderson. Anderson will walk it up slowly, trying to direct some traffic. The intensity of Duchesne has picked up considerably. And fight for the board. Griffin diving on the ball, passes off to Gines. Good hustle there by Griffin. Over to an Anderson, open 6-8-footer. Good shot. Tanner Anderson shooting very well today. His 3rd bucket, 7 points. breaks a 10-0 run from Duchesne. It's a 30-18 lead for South Summit.
That's good to see. Tanner get a little confidence.
Yeah, he's been in since the tail end of that first quarter. He's played nearly an entire quarter. As Zach Atkinson getting a breather on the bench. Despain inside the free throw line, has to kick back out. Good defense there by Gines and Santos. 3 seconds called on number 15.
No, I think it was a moving screen on Despain.
Oh, yeah, it was. 24, foul. Second personal foul on Despain. So 2 quick ones there by Despain. 15 foul on Duchesne. And checking in for South Summit, number 32, Brandon Danzy. Little ball handling help from Danzy.
Little speed.
Little speed.
Quickness.
High post look to Brady. Brady can't find anybody. Goes over to Griffin and to Santos. High post look there. Stolen away. Bad pass by Danzy. Reinhardt into the lane. It's going to be a blocking foul on Danzy. And Reinhardt, Carson Reinhardt will go to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2.
It always takes a little bit for those younger kids to. I think that it's amazing the varsity game's so much quicker that usually you'll get in there and they'll get 1 or 2 hands at least knocked or deflected passes, and then they kind of pick up the speed.
Yep. Danzy comes in. Little rough beginning. Turnover on the offensive side. Blocking foul on the defensive side. Fortunately, Reinhardt misses the first. Still 30-18 for South Summit. Reinhardt second. Looks good. And Reinhardt gets the shot. His 3rd point of the night. And Santos. 1:34 left. Gets in the lane. Nice pass to Brady. Left hand misses the shot. And officials say it's Duchesne basketball. Brady missed one at point blank. I think he was a little undecided as to what hand to go up with. Decided late to use that left one.
Yeah, he
get
did.
it up on it.
That's what it looked like.
Either way, there was nobody in front of him, but he misses the short one. Like to have it back. Good defense there by Santos. Got his foot in the passing lane. That'll take the ball out of bounds to Duchesne. 1:20 left in this half. Reinhardt inbounding for Duchesne. Gets a screen. Goes back. Nice inbounds play from Duchesne. Beautifully run. And number 32, Wyatt Raymond, gets the easy bucket. South Summit not doing a very good job playing that screen underneath. Led to a wide open look, and the lead is down to 9. Santos tries to get in the lane. Looked like a block foul. Nothing. Wanted to jump ball as Anderson misses the deep one. And Duchesne comes down with the rebound. And kicks off to Handberg. Handberg quickly into Jones. Jones up off the glass. He'll go to the free throw line, and the momentum has swung to the Eagles as Tanner Anderson gets the foul. Turnover, yep.
Jones runs the floor really well for a big guy.
Yes, he does.
Pretty
He's quick,
lean.
jumps well. He'll go to the free throw line, see what kind of free throw shooter he is. Could cut this thing to 7. 30-21 lead. First shot is good.
Got a nice soft shot, doesn't he, from the free
does.
throw line?
His 5th point of the night. 49 seconds left. Since South Summit led 28-9, Duchesne has gone on a 13-2 run, make it a 14-2 run, cut this lead to 7. Made this game much more interesting. 30-23 lead for the Wildcats. 44 seconds left. South Summit breaking the pressure of Duchesne and goes baseline to Griffin. Santos. Ball's knocked away. Fortunately, it goes back to a South Summit guy. Griffin tiptoeing the line. He steps out of bounds. Turnover again by the Wildcats. It'll be Duchesne basketball. 25 seconds left. And checking in will be Raymond for number 30. Checking out Jesse Wickel. And Reinhardt now with 21 seconds left to work can cut this thing to 4 or 5. Jones on a give and go from Handberg. Fight for it. It'll be a jump basketball, and the possession arrow will stay with Duchesne. Good hands by Anderson, tying up Handberg. 14 seconds left. Duchesne got an easy bucket on the last baseline inbounds. And they're going to get an easy one again. Back to back. Back picks led to wide open layups. 8 seconds left. South Summit leading by 5. 5 seconds. Going to have to get a shot off. Santos takes the deep one. It's no good, but Brady on the putback. Matt Brady, great job on the rebound as the shot from Santos was short. Brady, good hands right under the bucket, picked it up in the air, lays it in. A little bit of a shaky second quarter as Duchesne working hard to get back into this ball game. Trails now just by 7, 32-25. It's halftime. We'll take a break. As on the break, a lot of activities going on with the girls basketball down at Snow Canyon. They're away. Wrestlers are down in Richfield. They're away. Boys basketball today, we don't have cheerleaders or drill teams, so it's going to be a bit of a quiet halftime. We'll take a little bit of a break, get you some numbers together. South Summit leading at halftime, 32-25. 27 seconds left here in halftime. South Summit leading by 7. Looked like may run away with it, led by 19 at 28-9, but Duchesne's gone on a nice run in that second quarter. They've trimmed the margin to 7, ought to make for an exciting second half. Jason Griffin led all scorers with 15. Tanner Anderson with 7. Matt Brady with 4. Zach Atkinson with 5. And they are the only Wildcats that have scored thus far.
What was funny is they both dropped into zones, and it slowed the game way down. And
yes, it did.
Duchesne was able to come back.
Played right into the hands of Duchesne as they got some messy passes from South Summit, led to some good buckets. Picked up their intensity a little bit. Now they get a nice inbound to Griffin. Griffin gets it blocked by Jones. Good play out of the halftime break. Mason Gines drives and gets to the lane. Need to see more of that. Gines has done some great passing today. He's a great scorer as well. Hopefully he can start finding the bucket.
He's a great athlete.
That was a great take that time, as guarded closely Brady on Jones, and South Summit's defensive intensities picked up a hair. Inside to Raymond, and he travels. Drug that pivot foot on the post entry right there, and he'll get called. It'll
Coach
be South
Hoops
Summit
is
basketball.
trying to get, sorry to cut in, but Coach Hoops is trying to get the ref to pay attention to Mason pushing off down there on that take last time.
Mason goes inbound to Griffin. Griffin drop step inside, no good. And Jones does a nice job. Now it's stolen away by Zach Atkinson, looking for help, and this time Handberg steals it away from Atkinson. Handberg, good hands, leads Duchesne in scoring with 11. And this time Zach Atkinson steals it away from Handberg. 6:45 left, South Summit on the break. Mason Gines over to Santos with the cut. Santos up off the glass, no good, and Reinhardt with the rebound. Reinhardt has the ball knocked away, stolen by South Summit. Brady inside, and he's blocked by Jones. Got a body foul. That'll send Matt Brady to the free throw line.
Coach Hatch must have talked about going to the basket. They've been putting a little more effort going to the basket hard the last few
Yep, they have. Bracken went hard. Brady goes hard that time. Mason Gines took one to the glass. So South Summit, 9-point lead. Matt Brady shot is short, no good. Mason Gines with the only bucket thus far. 9-point lead for the Wildcats. One more shot for Brady. Has a good-looking shot.
He does.
Nice and soft, though. Misses both. Reinhardt with the rebound. Brady misses a couple of big ones. South Summit still leading by 9. 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Handberg swings over to Reinhardt. And over to Jones. Reinhardt, deep three, no good. Handberg with the board, but stolen away by Santos. Good hands, now stolen back by Reinhardt. Reinhardt, nice pass with the left hand over to Raymond. Beautifully done there by Raymond, gets the bucket, and it's back to a 7-point lead. Gines and Santos breaking the pressure of Duchesne. Over to Santos. Little 10-foot jumper on the baseline. Brady, good shot there by Matt Brady. His third bucket of the day. 36-27 lead. Pace warming up. South Summit all alone, leaving Raymond as a breakdown in the defensive transition by South Summit. And they leave a wide open shot for Duchesne. Now another steal. Handberg on the break has it stolen from Atkinson. Duchesne crowd not liking that call. Technical foul on Coach Hoops from Duchesne. And it'll be South Summit free throws for the Wildcats, as there was a bit of a scuffle down under the basket. Zach Atkinson came out with the basketball. Coach Hoops didn't like that. Said something to the referee as he ran by. They call a technical foul on Coach Hoops.
I don't know if I've ever seen a technical foul called that stops a fast break.
Yeah, that was it. South Summit was on the break, and bam, tees him up. Griffin goes to the free throw line, gets the free throw. And South Summit had numbers. I guess if Griffin sinks these. Oh, misses the second. So South Summit will retain possession. And Coach Hoops now trying to talk to the other official, saying, I need some help. And Giants will inbound for South Summit. 5:30 left, third quarter. 37-29 lead, 8 points for South Summit. Santos knocked around, goes to Gines. Gines over to Griffin. Good position down low, blocked by Jones. Good job there by Jones blocking the shot of Griffin. It's a jump ball, and possession arrow will go to Duchesne.
I thought there was a lot of contact on Griffin's shot when he went up. Looked like that kid cut underneath him, but no call.
Jones, man, he gets up quickly. He's altered several shots of South Summit. And Duchesne trailing by 8. 5 minutes left here in this third quarter. Intensity, emotions of this game have ratcheted up a couple of notches here. Handberg into the lane. Nice shot by Handberg. Little lefty jumper off the glass. It's 37-31. Gines, nice bounce pass. Beautifully done, South Summit on the break. Griffin's fouled. Good ball movement by South Summit. Gines to Atkinson to Griffin, and Jason will go to the free throw line.
Jason,
he's missed some easy ones lately, hasn't he?
That one looked like he's going to go glass, but the guy called the foul, so probably got hit in the head or something.
Griffin's shot is good. Griffin now 3 of 5 on free throws.
He's pretty consistent.
And Griffin misses the second. 38-31 lead for South Summit. Haven't been a lot of free throws in this ball game. Again, only 2 fouls, both on Duchesne in this half. Reinhardt open 3, no good. And Matt Brady with the big rebound. Handberg trying to get his hands in on it. Brady fights him away. Great pass inside to Santos from Gines. And one more time, Gines leading the break with another great assist. This time Santos finishing up underneath with a good touch. And Bracken gets his first bucket of the game. Inside, no good is Raymond, and Gines one more time with the bucket. He's quickly bringing it up for South Summit behind his back. Allows Duchesne pressure to go by. Hands off to Zach Atkinson. Duchesne back into that zone. Brady with the jumper. No good. He's a little bit off balance. There's going to be a foul. And a foul on the rebound. Loose ball foul. And looks like it'll be on number 24.
I thought it was 15. He just didn't even go for a rebound. He just
bumped him. Let's see who
hit
they
his
call
shoulder.
it on. Third foul on whoever it is. They haven't put a number up. 15. All right, number 15, Blake Jones with the foul. Third team foul on Duchesne. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. South Summit leading 40-31. Timeout brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare, Park City. .404 left, third quarter. Coach Hoops from Duchesne working the official over for basically the entirety of that timeout. As South Summit comes out of the timeout, trying to get something going against this defense of Duchesne. 2-3 zone. He'll get a blocking foul on number 30, Jesse Wickel. Wickel's first personal. Now 4 team fouls on Duchesne. None for South Summit. Gines will inbound for the Wildcats. Inside to Santos. He's down low, a lot of hands from Duchesne, and finally they knock it out. Goes out of bounds. It'll stay with South Summit. Santos had good position. Got the ball down a little too far. Allowed hands of Duchesne to get in there. They knock it away. Gines will inbound one more time. In low to Griffin. This time Griffin unable to handle it. Goes out of bounds. Turnover South Summit.
That was a lot of work for nothing right there.
Yes, it was. South Summit struggling on the inbound plays under the basket. 40-31 lead. Duchesne still holding on here to hope. Handberg into the baseline. Fight for the board, no good. Brady comes down with it. And we got a block or a travel. They call the travel on Santos. as Jones was waiting for Santos as he grabbed the ball, turned, didn't see him coming. That's always a tough call, whether you call it travel or a block. Another turnover from South Summit. Handberg now, baseline. Trying to find Wickel down low. They go to Jones, up quickly, and Jones gets the easy bucket. 7-point lead for South Summit, 40-33. Quick jumping of Jones allowed him to get over top of Griffin. 3:19 left. High post look over to Griffin, who kicks over to Brady. No good. Jones quickly up for the board. Hands off to Casey Jones. 3:10 left. And South Summit still leading by 7. South Summit going to zone pressure. A lot more in this game than I've seen historically out of this group. Jones trying to find his way in. Kicks out to Handberg. Wide open three is good. And Handberg's three cuts this lead to 4. This is as close as Duchesne's been since the first quarter. 40-36. Just continually, little by little, chipping away since their biggest lead at 28-9. And South Summit needs to get things going, take care of the basketball, finish some shots. Santos with the three, no good. Big rebound. Duchesne's on the run, 2-on-1. And Reinhardt will have to chase down an errant pass. Reinhardt goes up top to Jones, and the Eagles will reset. Reinhardt, wide open three. It's good. It's a 1-point lead, consecutive three-pointers. There's a timeout. South Summit forced to take one as Duchesne on an 8-0 run, leading by 1 with 2:14 left. South Summit in some trouble. .214 left. Duchesne making this a very tight ball game. Consecutive three-pointers from Reinhardt and Handberg. 40-39 lead. We got a tight one with 2 minutes left in this third quarter. High post look to Brady over to Anderson. South Summit needs a good high percentage shot as this zone has been a bit disruptive. Santos gets in the lane. Nice take by Santos. Beautifully done by Bracken. Exactly what South Summit needs. Senior stepping in right there. Nice shot up off the glass. 42-39 lead for South Summit. That's the way to break a good zone. Get some pressure inside. And there Jones does the exact same thing. Good low block hit from the Duchesne offense. He goes up high. It's back to a 1-point lead. Santos again penetrates. Dishes off to an open Anderson. Shut down there well by Jones. And South Summit will clear up to the top. Anderson goes down low to Brady. Nice position by Brady, but there's the scrappy Handberg inside, and Griffin goes up and is going to be fouled. Nice sportsmanship there by Reinhardt, helping Griffin up. 1:14 left. Griffin will shoot 2.
A little scrappy right there, huh? A little crazy for a second.
Little Handberg, man, he gets his hands down on a lot of balls. These big guys got to keep that ball high. He brings it down, and
he's a scrapper.
There for the taking. And Griffin hits the first free throw. Griffin been to the free throw line a lot. Hits both. Nice shooting there by Griff. 3-point lead again for South Summit. We needed a good ball game, and here it is.
Yes, it is.
3-point lead, 1 minute left in the third quarter. Good hands by Brady, knocking it away. Wickel up to Jones. Jones trying to find his way in. Santos breaks it away. Jones up high, no good. Handberg gets the rebound. Knocks it off to Jones. And Jones goes up hard. Looks like Brady got hit in the nose by Jones going up quickly. Brady was leaning into him. And it looks like they're going to call the foul on Brady. It's like he got the rough end of that deal.
Wow. That's a...
And Brady shaking up a little bit. Looks like more of the jaw than the nose. So Jones will go to the free throw line. Has been very active the last few possessions. Nice looking 6'4", 6'5" kid. Jumps well. Free throw, no good. Jones will get a second. Try to cut this lead to 2. 52 seconds left in this third period. Jones a second. Both short. No good. Fight for the board. Griff comes down with it. Kicks off to Santos. Santos slows it up. Hands off to Mason Gines. Gines goes high post to Griffin. Baseline to Brady, up top to Gines again. Packing it in, South Summit having to do something against this 2-3. Hasn't been a lot of three-point shooting in this half as Anderson goes over to an open Brady. Down low, good look. Inside to Brady, and Griff missed an easy one. Reinhardt fight for it. Griff gets it back up off the glass, no good. And Jones comes down with the big board. Griffin just can't get those easy low ones this quarter to drop. He's had a couple of good looks, misses a couple there. And now Reinhardt of Duchesne hands off to Wickel. Inside to Jones, knocked away. Griff comes down with it, fires it up as it ends, and are they calling a foul on this or not?
No, just held up his hand.
There was a whistle. End of the quarter, so at the end of 3, South Summit leads 44-41. One quarter of basketball left. Good ball game today here at South Summit. South Summit leading 44-41. It was all Wildcats early, and it's been a lot of Eagles lately as they've clawed their way back into this thing. Gines and Brady now. Brady goes up off the glass. Beautiful take, unable to convert on the shot off the glass. And Duchesne now on the run. Goes to Despain, can cut this thing to 1. In the lane goes Raymond, and he'll get fouled on the drive. They'll call it down. It'll be only the second team foul on South Summit.
That's one thing Brady's doing a lot better job. It took him about 5-6 games to get understanding how they're going to call. He's doing a lot better. I don't think he went the first 7 games and fouled out of every one of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of bad fouls out of him today. Caden Atkinson has checked in for Brady, give him a little breather. Raymond has good position down low, and it's almost stolen by South Summit. Santos almost stealing. Hanberg holding on to possession. And Duchesne trying to cut this thing to 1. This time it's stolen away by Gines. Gines into the center of the court. Over to Santos. Nice pass from Gines. And Bracken Santos having a good second half. His third bucket of the half. 5-point lead for South Summit. I wish I had the numbers of Gines' assists. He's had several tonight. I'll bet close to 7 or 8. Doing a great job of dishing off for South Summit layups. And Despain will lose the ball out of bounds. Turnover Duchesne. South Summit can go on a little run. 7:03 left. Be nice to get a little distance between you right here.
Yes, it would.
Anderson, Caden Atkinson, Bracken Santos, Mason Gines, and Jason Griffin on the court for South Summit. Gines goes over to Anderson. Santos, high post look to Atkinson. Trying to find Griff down low. Good pass. Up in, no good. Griffin misses another short one. And South Summit unable to convert again down low. Griff having trouble. I think Jones has gotten into his head a little bit. And a three-pointer, no good by Duchesne. And a hustle to the ball. Jones unable to maintain possession. It'll be South Summit basketball. Two Joneses out there, a Blake number 15, a Casey number 20. And number 3, Handberg, checking back in for Duchesne. Despain going out.
Give him a little rest.
Trying to get their finishers all rested up for this final run. 6 minutes left. South Summit clinging to a 5-point lead. Santos working on Handberg. Gets into the lane. Dishes off to Atkinson. Atkinson no good up off the glass. Didn't quite have his balance underneath him, and Duchesne coming back quickly. Reinhardt guarded closely by Anderson. High post look to Jones. Jones over to Reinhardt. Open three is up, no good, but he's fouled on the box out. And Anderson backs into him, trying to box him out. Reinhardt goes down. They call a foul. That'll be 3 free throws for Carson Reinhardt. Tanner Anderson's second personal foul, third team foul on South Summit. See how Reinhardt does with 3 free throws. Coach Hatch wanting a little explanation on that call as Reinhardt's first free throw is good. 46-42 lead.
Yeah, make a little push here, make it a little tight.
3 in a row. Second one's good. 2 for 2. And 30, Wickel will check in to give Jones a little breather before the final push. And Reinhardt, can he go 3 for 3? No. Rebound, Mason Gines. 3-point lead, South Summit. 6 minutes left in the ball game. Santos loses it out of bounds on the pass. It goes to Reinhardt. And Duchesne gets the turnover. Handberg loses it out of bounds. Whew. Luckily for South Summit, a little careless with the ball down on the last one. Timeout, South Summit. Timeout's brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare. 46-43 lead, South Summit still up 3. .56 left, fourth quarter. South Summit up 3, trying to hold on to a hard-fought game with neighboring Duchesne. Brady, and going to get an offensive foul as Brady was in trouble, in a little trap on the sideline. Kind of pushed his way out of it with that left forearm. They get him with an offensive foul, his second personal foul. Fourth team foul on South Summit. Turns the ball over to Duchesne, who can cut this thing to 1 point with a 2-pointer. Tied up with a deep 3. They go down low to Raymond. Raymond spins. Good defense by Griffin. Jones over to Reinhardt. Into the lane. Reinhardt no good. Fight for the board. Jones finding his way. No good. He's going to be fouled. The hard-working offensive rebounding of Jones underneath will go to the free throw line. And Anderson gets the foul. His third foul. 5:27 left. Anderson can cut it, Jones can cut it to 1. Free throw is good. It's a 2-point lead. 46-44. Things getting tighter all the time. Each team with 5 team fouls. Jones, a second, is no good. Mason Gines up high for the board. Goes out quickly to Santos. Santos, nice move. Over to Anderson. Little shot up, blocked. Blocked away. Now Griffin with the rebound. Put back, no good. And Reinhardt going to have some trouble. Possession arrow goes to Duchesne. Tied up there. Santos and Griffin got on top of Reinhardt there as Reinhardt went down. Held ball. Fortunately, goes back to Duchesne. Jones will inbound to Reinhardt. Santos will pick him up about half court. 5 minutes left in the ball game. Jones goes hard right, up off the glass, no good. A blocking foul on South Summit will send Jones to the free throw line again. It's like the foul's on Griffin. 6-team foul. Duchesne will be in the bonus from here out. And Blake Jones has a chance to tie this ball game up. Hasn't been tied in a long time. I think 0-0 has been the only tie. Duchesne has been close several times. Zach Atkinson's checking back in for Tanner Anderson. 1 point lead. Jones been asserting his presence a lot more here in this second half. Lots of putbacks, lots of down low looks. He hits both. It's all tied up, 46-46. Gines now, for South Summit over to Brady. Brady back to Gines. And a high post look to Griffin. Over to Zach, wide open three. Zach hit it, yes! Zach Atkinson, huge three-pointer.
Way to make your presence.
Absolutely. Oh, there's a charging foul. Now momentum switching for South Summit. Zach Atkinson checking right back into the ball game, hit a big three. Just what Zach does well. You give him an open look, and he's deadly. Nice shot there by Zach.
He does. Like you said, if he has space, he's pretty deadly from that range.
All right, South Summit now. Little momentum. Over to Gines. Gines back to Santos. A lot of pressure put on by Duchesne. Mason Gines is going to get fouled. Both teams now are in the bonus. That'll send Gines to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. May come down to free throw shooting. Let's see how Mason does on the 1-and-1. 7 fouls on the Eagles. Second personal foul on number 3, Hanberg. These 1-and-1s can be huge down the stretch. Mason's shot is rims out, no good. Raymond with the rebound. And off to Reinhardt. So Gines misses the front end. South Summit back into the zone. Inside. Off the glass. No good. Nice take by Raymond. Griffin gets the missed shot. And back quickly comes South Summit. Atkinson. Low baseline. Kicks out top to Brady. Brady over the top to Mason Gines. Inside. Nice pass to Griff. Griff a little hook. Inside. Nice shot. Griff. Griff, where have you been this second half?
Baby hook.
Welcome back. 5-point lead. Jason Griffin with a nice little lefty hook in the paint. South Summit's now extended to a 5-point lead. Griffin knocks the ball out of bounds on good deny pressure. 3:46 left.
Welcome back.
Griff hadn't made a bucket since the second quarter. He's had a couple of free throws. Missed some easy ones. It started getting frustrated. Left no doubt on that shot as it goes right down through. Reinhardt, open three. No good. And there's going to be a foul by Jones. A little push in the back. Technical foul now on somebody.
Brady talking back.
We got the call, too. That one not good for Matt Brady as there was a foul push in the back from Jones. And that will put Brady to the free throw line. Then a technical foul, it looks like, on Matt Brady. Motion's getting a little better part there of Brady for a minute. Third personal foul with the technical for Matt Brady. 1-and-1 is too hard. So this game continually keeps swinging back and forth with momentum. South Summit still leading by 5, but Duchesne has 2 free throws and the ball. So could easily bring this back to a 1-point lead with a couple of free throws and a made bucket. See how Hanberg deals with the pressure of no one around the box. first one is short. No good.
A little different when you're in a gym.
Yep, nobody around. A whole crowd watching you and not a soul around. So Brady's going to take a little bit of a seat. And checking in is Anderson. Handberg's second shot is good. Hits one of two. 4-point lead. Duchesne basketball. 3:38 left. South Summit having to work hard on this one.
Yeah, nothing easy. It looked easy for a while, didn't it?
Looked real easy in that end of that first quarter. Starting to run away with it. And since then, it's been a dogfight. Hustling. Santos working hard on the inbound pass. Duchesne struggling to get it in. Throws it from one corner to the other. Now Jones will try to inbound on the baseline. Goes to Raymond. Raymond going to get a blocking foul on Tanner Anderson. Raymond kind of hit him second, but Anderson bumped him, and after he was called, Raymond kind of cleared him out there a little bit, sent Tanner Anderson flying. So now Raymond will go to the free throw line. South Summit starting to rack up some fouls. That's the fourth personal foul on Tanner Anderson, eighth team foul on South Summit. Raymond still in a 1-and-1 now. Free throws playing big here, and Raymond rolls it in. 3-point lead. And checking in will be number 24, Despain, for the shooter. So Raymond has Despain checking in. He will be able to check in on a made one. He misses it, though. Didn't want to come out. Jones gets the board, though. Gets another board up off the glass. No good. This time Griffin comes down with it. And a blocking foul. A little too tight. Jones was that time. Looks similar to Santos's, but he was a little too close that time for Gines to turn and catch. Gines will go to the free throw line.
Come on, Gines.
Come down to free throws. Duchesne's been missing a few. Only gone 2 for 4 in their last 4. And Mason Gines will go to a 1-and-1. 9 team fouls on Duchesne. Next one will be a double bonus. South Summit's leading by 3, 51-48. First shot for Gines is good. Nice shot, Mason.
That looked good.
Nice and smooth there from Mason. Extends this lead to 4. Mason's got the second of the 1-and-1. Looks good. Good shooting there by Mason Gines. 2 smooth free throws from the junior. Having a nice game today. As Reinhardt now down by 5. Try to get Duchesne going. Handberg into the lane, up off the glass. No good. Put back by Jones. Unable to go as Santos comes out quick and a little over the outstretched hand to Anderson. Not what South Summit needed right there was a quick turnover. Back to Duchesne, 3:14. South Summit still leading by 5. Reinhardt now working against Anderson. Despain trying to find Casey Jones. And they go over to Reinhardt. At a high post, they want it to Handberg. Nice move, Handberg. He's fouled. And Handberg's going to go to the free throw line. Zach Atkinson fouled him on the drive. He'll go to the free throw line. Shoot 2 now. Duchesne can cut it to 3. Zach's first personal.
Handberg's a quick kid, isn't he?
He is. He's a crafty, pretty smart player. First free throw's no good. Duchesne struggling here from the free throw line late. Despain will check out in favor of Raymond. Both teams with 9 team fouls. Both will be in the double bonus for the last 2:50. Handberg's second shot is good. Hits the front of the iron. Oh, my heavens. Gines was out of bounds. Griffin came back thinking he was going out of bounds to throw it in. Gines passed it into him. Griffin took it out of bounds, thinking he was going to throw it in. Turnover, South Summit. Duchesne gets a break. Now they're having a hard time. Timeout, Duchesne. Almost to 5 seconds. We're getting close to the end. 2:50 left. South Summit leading by 4. Going to be Duchesne basketball on the baseline. South Summit turning it over. Duchesne tries to cut this thing to 2. They come back. Nice inbounds play. And unable to make the shot is Raymond. Good inbound play again. And Bracken Santos over to Zach Atkinson. Sneaks through his hand. Turnover again on South Summit.
I think it was deflected just a titch.
Unable to come down with it was Zach. 2:40 left in the ball game. South Summit just unable to shake Duchesne here. As Reinhard, top of the key. Duchesne needs a bucket. South Summit's pressure D, making this tough on the Eagles. Handberg give and go, little fadeaway off the glass, no good. Handberg fighting for the board. Griffin and Handberg. Jump ball, it'll be South Summit basketball. 2:16 left, checking in is Brandon Danzy for Bracken Santos. 4-point lead. South Summit needs a good possession here. Burn some clock, get a good high percentage shot. Gines over the top to Danzy. Danzy goes in the middle, turnover. Anderson unable to come down with it. Little late pass. South Summit again turning the ball over. Raymond goes into the lane. He's blocked foul by Gines. Raymond will go to the free throw line. 4 consecutive turnovers by South Summit. Matt Brady's going to check in for South Summit. Raymond with the free throw. First one is no good. Man, if Duchesne had hit some free throws here late, they'd be in good shape. Santos checking back in for Anderson. Trading defense for offense right here. Anderson has 4 fouls. Want to protect him a little bit on the defensive side. Brady also in some foul trouble. Second free throw's good. It's a 3-point lead. 2:02 left. Duchesne goes into some full court pressure. Full court man-to-man pressure inside to Zach Atkinson. Zach Atkinson bounce passes to Santos. Santos gets into the lane. Left-handed shot up off the glass, no good. Good shot by Santos, just wouldn't drop. Now Reinhardt quickly back for Duchesne. And a carry from Duchesne. Turnover, huge turnover right there. 1:41 left. Neither team trying to able to pull itself out here to finish this game off. South Summit still clinging to 3-point lead, 1:34 left. Both teams in the double bonus. Gines all alone. Gines goes up high. Beautiful take. Mason Gines. Quick feet to the lane. Gets fouled and finishes. Beautiful shot there by Mason. Extends this to a 5-point lead. Can make it 6 with the free throw. That's one thing you're in danger of in that extended man-to-man. You're that far away from the basket. One quick jump, and you don't have a lot of help as the team spread out on the defensive side. Mason Gines finishes it off.
He seen that opening and took it, didn't he?
He did. He went quickly.
He's a pretty quick kid.
Gines, beautifully done. 3 in a row here in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. He's got 5 in the fourth quarter. South Summit up now by 6, 1:24 left. And Reinhardt inside to Jones, over to Handberg. Handberg into the lane, up off the glass, no good. Gines with the rebound. Gines, don't lose it there. Handberg all alone on the layup. 2 points for Handberg. It's a 4-point lead. Coach Hatch trying to get Gines to pull that one out. No reason to dribble into pressure. Go to Anderson right at midcourt. Anderson stolen away by Handberg. Handberg's all alone again. Blocked by Santos from behind. Beautiful block by Santos. Ball's down on the ground. Jump ball. It's going to be Duchesne basketball. Handberg. Back-to-back steals. Santos. Beautiful block from behind. Handberg thought he was all alone. Bracken met him right at the top. Blocked it away. Handberg scraps back in to get the loose ball, ties it up. It'll be Duchesne basketball. And Duchesne throws it away on the inbounds pass. It'll be South Summit basketball underneath. And Coach Hatch wants us a timeout. We'll take one as well. 45 seconds left. Things getting hot.
He wanted that timeout.
He wanted a timeout. We'll take one. South Summit timeout brought to you by Intermountain Healthcare. .45 seconds left. Things have gotten tight. South Summit leads by 4. Been a sloppy fourth quarter. A lot of turnovers from both ends. A lot of missed free throws. See who wants this one more. South Summit has the edge with a 4-point lead. Griffin will be inbounding for South Summit. Brady, Gines, Atkinson, and Santos on the court for South Summit. South Summit having a hard time inbounding. Jones knocks it away. It'll be South Summit basketball again. Matt Brady right in the deep corner. Stack set for South Summit. Santos comes out, open man, gets it. Santos kicks off to Mason Gines. A little bit of contact, looked like a blocking foul, no call. Santos over to Gines. Gines back to Santos. Take care of the basketball. 31 seconds left. Duchesne's going to have to foul at some point. Zach Atkinson goes inside to Brady. Ball's knocked away. It's down on the ground. Zach Atkinson comes down with a nice save. It's down to 18 seconds. Duchesne's got a foul. This game's going to end. Mason Gines finally gets fouled by Reinhardt with 15 seconds left. And he's got 2 free throws. Reinhardt picks up the first personal foul. South Summit's in the double bonus. 10 team fouls on the Eagles. A couple of big ones here. Gines could about clinch this thing with 2 good free throws. Mason's first is up and good. Nice shot, Mason Gines. Beautiful free throw shooting in this fourth quarter. 4 for 4 now in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. He has 5 points.
Yeah, like you said, he's shooting those a lot better since his very first one.
Yep. Second one, good. 5 in a row for Mason Gines in this fourth quarter. He's got 7 in the quarter. Reinhardt, deep 3, no good. Santos comes down with it. Looks like South Summit is going to survive. A tough, hard-fought game from Duchesne. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and South Summit will win by 6. It wasn't pretty, but effective as the Wildcats will win a tough one against the Duchesne Eagles. Good energy, good effort by both teams, and South Summit will sneak away with a win here at home. Joe, nice win for South Summit. Good one to be able to pull out. What do you think?
It's when you come out on top, it's good to have some of those scrapper games. You get work on a whole bunch of different things, don't you? The pressure, the man-to-man, the pressure going down the line. You like to see some of those before we get into region where you have to make those shots. Mason settled in on those shots at the free throw and looked really good at the end.
Yes, he did. Mason really had that huge bucket on the drive and had 5 free throws. He led all scorers in the fourth quarter with 7 points. Finished with 9. He's starting to look like he's going to run to the point a little bit more. So good job there as Griffin had a nice game as well. He had 21 on the night also. So good game from Griff. Nice game from Mason. Bracken Santos played well in the second half. Tanner Anderson came in, played some good minutes. Zach Atkinson with 8 good points. Matt Brady with 6. And with that, South Summit picks up their 4th win of the season. And tomorrow night, they'll take on Tabiona. I think a little of an abbreviated schedule tomorrow as we'll have a freshman and sophomore JV game, I believe it is. So our JV will be playing Tabiona's varsity tomorrow afternoon. Do you know what the game times are on those?
I don't know what the time game.
Jeremy, do you know what the game times are tomorrow? They're in the afternoon tomorrow. I don't know the exact times. We will not, without a varsity game, we will not be broadcasting. Is that right? No broadcast tomorrow. So there are 3 games tomorrow afternoon around 12, 1, and 3, something like that. Anyway, check with somebody who knows more than we do. Yeah, go to the website. Should be on there. And trying to see if I can find anybody that would know. Anyway,
let me ask Kim.
All right, we'll see if we can get it done. But South Summit comes out with a nice win, 58-52. See if I can't get the game times for tomorrow. We get somebody trying to look them up for you.
Thank you.
2 o'clock, 3:30, and 5 tomorrow. So the freshmen at 2, sophomores at 3:30, and the JV at 5. So thanks for joining us tonight. Joe Santos, Cody Bowen, along with Jeremy Fierro, Jordan Howe, bringing you South Summit basketball. Thanks to All West. Thanks to Intermountain Healthcare. Thanks to all who bring South Summit athletics. It's back to work on Monday. Little JV game this Saturday. So come join that tomorrow afternoon. North San Pete next Friday. At Rich next Saturday. So a few more games. South Summit girls play the Snow Canyon Warriors down at the Enterprise Tournament tonight at 7. Unfortunately, we won't have that game for you, but hopefully they have a good win. The Wrestlers are down in Richfield at the 2A duels. A lot going on here at South Summit High School. Thanks for joining us tonight. South Summit wins a tight one, 58-52.